Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to share with you two different strategies using GPT to be able to create some awesome print-on-demand designs. So this is going to be like a computer screen tutorial here, click by click. I'm going to show you how to break things down and how to get the most out of these strategies just so you can, level up from a print-on-demand space. At the end of the day, I feel like this channel is a place where we can mastermind different ideas together. We could shoot ideas back and forth. And, whatever idea you like, you can go ahead and use. And feel free to leave some recommendations in the comment box down below. I'm very happy to check certain things out. Even if you want me to try certain softwares, I'll pay for them. I really don't care. I'll test them out, try them out. You guys let me know. I'm all in. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So with the two strategies, the first strategy I shared yesterday, all right? And yesterday what it came down to, it was a whole 8-minute video, 9-minute video. And what it came down to is this, all right? You can connect the Canva plugin, okay, to GPT. Now, I'll be 100% honest. This has a long way to go. It's not perfect yet. It's got a long way to go. I'll tell you why. Is because when you connect Canva to GPT, all it is allowed to do effectively currently is kind of pick the right templates that Canva already has. And this is kind of what I discovered, that Canva already has. So it's not really creating stuff from scratch. So either way, it has two things that have to go on. The first thing that probably has to go on is that Canva needs to create better templates or more templates. And I'm not saying their templates are bad by any means. When it comes down to print-on-demand t-shirt designs, their templates aren't the best, but they're not the worst. When it comes to social media posts and things like that, their templates are pretty damn good. But when it comes down, like I said, t-shirt designs, just me personally, not my style. You guys can kind of get a grip of what my style is here. You can kind of see some of the stuff that I like to do, different stuff, right? And so there's different stuff. It's interesting. I like to test different things. I like to experiment. And more importantly, I like to learn so I could always get better and not fool myself and not lie to myself. I always want to improve. So with GPT, with the strategy that I showed yesterday, it's good, but it needs improvement. And really what it comes down to, if you click on the video, I'll leave a link in the description. But I don't want that ad to play. Sorry about that. But I'll leave a link in the description. You can watch the video. If you have GPT Plus, basically what it comes down to, you install a few plugins. They're free. And what it will do is you give instructions to GPT of things that you want created a certain way. And with the certain plugins that are installed, like VoxScript, it will do Google searching, and it will take the concepts that you're looking for and implement them into Canva. And then you go into Canva, make some small changes, and then bingo, that's the strategy, right? So a lot of people don't know that you could actually do this, but you can absolutely do this. So I can say Canva, use Canva to provide social media Instagram posts templates, something like that, right? And what it will do is it will actually provide me with a Canva link. A lot of people don't know that you could actually do this. And I'll say this is relatively new of a strategy. It's not definitely something that's commonly known, okay? So it's relatively new. So I could do this, and it's going to give me a link that I can click, and it will open it up. All right, so this is a post. You can see here it kind of looks empty. It definitely needs improvement. Like I said, these are based on templates, right? So there's a lot of templates that Canva has, but from a t-shirt standpoint, I feel personally that it needs to level up. So you can see something like this. I can click on this, and it will be added to my Canva, and I can edit them, or I can keep them, or whatever I want to do, right? And it works the same way for t-shirt designs, but like I said, I'll be 100% honest, not entirely my style yet. Okay, for some of you guys, it might work well. It might be cool. It is cool, but I'm here to show it, right? I'll give you my second strategy that I enjoy a little bit more, okay? And this is the second strategy here, all right? And before I even mention the second strategy, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. We put up a video 2 days ago on the classified or declassifying documents that were already public, really. So technically, it's not classifying or declassifying, but basically these, let's call them inner circle investor center documents that were really made for investors when it came down to Redbubble. I'm going to be breaking down the conversations that were said in that room, because I do have a document that shows the conversations that were literally being said in that very room. And I'm going to be airing it tomorrow. Okay, I'm not going to be putting it out today. I'm going to be airing it tomorrow. The first video was over an hour long, and we kind of broke through some of the things that really prove a lot of our premonitions, our beliefs, and our worries true. And I'm a big believer. I'm in, the anti-doomsday kind of freak out. I'm a big believer in just staying calm, cool, collective, and figuring out what the next step is instead of going crazy and creating some sort of, like riot. Okay, I'm not about that. I'm always, cool, calm, collective. Let's figure out the next step. And me breaking down these videos of what on earth is going on behind the scenes from a business standpoint with Redbubble, and these are we're not talking about the creators, excuse me. We're talking about the people who are actively employed for this company, the CEOs, the managing group. Okay, these people are having conversations behind closed doors, specifically given to investors. We need to know what's going on so that when we create our designs and we want to see what the platform requires of us, we want to get the most out of it. So if you've ever been banned before and you don't know why, if you've ever had certain accounts deleted or designs deleted, you don't know why, you got to see those videos. All right. So we have part 1 yesterday, and I'm going to shoot out part 2 tomorrow. They are long videos. Okay. But hey, it's very valuable in my opinion. So I'll leave the, if you guys want to, I was going to say I'll leave the link, but I didn't post the video yet. I'll leave the link for part 1 here, and part 2, come by tomorrow. All right, we're gonna upload the video tomorrow. So anyways, let's go ahead and go into strategy 2. So my favorite strategy, really, among the 2 strategies for GPT, is like this. Okay, so what I like to do is, you guys know I have a software. Well, it's not really a software. It's called Fantasy Labs. It's basically just a collection of a lot of my designs. Okay, and when I say designs, I mean elements. We're talking fonts. We're talking icons. We're talking poster images. We're talking all kinds of stuff. But you can kind of get an understanding of what they look like here. So like, I've made videos about them before, but like all kinds of stuff, patterns, images, all kinds of stuff. You name it, it's there. Okay. Now, in Fantasy Labs, I have these designs, and I find a lot of people have the same problem, is they can create these images, these elements, but they don't really know how to use them effectively. So why do I need to exert extra mindful resources for that? I already have long enough of a day. I got to focus on so many different things. Why don't I let the AI do what it does best and let it handle it for me? So let's just use let's use some of this stuff. Why not? Right? So I have a picture that I created here with the AI of this soldier kneeling. Now, I could put this up as a t-shirt for sale, and it might work depending on what tags I use. But it also might not work, because the tags that I use, it's best to create things that are much more specific. And we know that not only based on, and I'm going to shoot this out there, my Redbubble SEO tagging course, which I put out a while ago, and I teach specificity, and I teach how to be specific. I mean, you guys could see the curriculum. It's all there. Any kind of student, anybody who's took the course knows what I'm talking about. But besides that, right, we need a specific concept, because we do want to show up for what people are searching for. Sometimes you can't, as a human being, think of what people are searching for. Sometimes you need the software's help. I could tell you that my brain can only go so far, especially at the end of the day, when I'm trying to think of quotes or taglines or something to add. I'll be honest, I don't have that much brain power, at certain times of the day, especially at night. So really what I like to do is I like to describe the design to GPT, and I like to get into it. So here, right, this quote, I did not create this quote. Somebody created it out there, and it just so happens that there's a need for it. Same thing like, where was it here? Let me show you guys this one. Okay. I had a picture of an aggressive looking shark. This was created by the AI, and yes, it is inside Fantasy Labs. All these elements, by the way, that you're seeing are inside Fantasy Labs. The cat, the font, the soldier, the swords, all this stuff is inside Fantasy Labs, all right? So I had a picture of a shark, and I told GPT, hey, I have this picture of a shark. What kind of taglines go with it? For a shirt? And one of them said, "Fear the fin." Now, it just so happens that when I do the market research for Fear the Fin, and I could just type in here, Fear the Fin, and hit search, it just so happens that this is a winning design. And this is why I say, having the software and having the data, basically, essentially, it gives you light. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I could see where I'm going. I'll give you an example, right? So I search Fear the Fin. In total, here, there's 77 shops competing. Now, we know that there's, first of all, I don't know if this is 100% true, 10,000 shops competing. Let's go to Redbubble and let's see it. Fear the Fin. I don't think there is 10,000. There's 16 designs competing. Did I spell it wrong? I probably did spell it wrong. Let's see. Fear the Fin. Okay? And hit search. It could be pulling up something else, but we'll see. But we know that there's 16 designs, right? Yeah, there we go. 16 designs, 10 shops competing. So for 16 designs and 10 shops competing, there's going to be overlap there. There's going to be a seller or two or three, who knows, that's selling more than one. And we see here that there's 1,000 Google searches a month for this keyword, Fear the Fin. So if there's 1,000 people searching for the keyword Fear the Fin, you know that there's some sort of money there. There's some sort of revenue. And there's only 16 designs created. Now, if we look at the trend, this is good, right? When I look at trends, I never, ever, ever want to see like something low and then a shoot up spike and then it dies down. I don't want to see that. I want to see, relatively, this is a fine level. But here is where it's at. So you could see the first store called Trader Jack's has 5 entries. You have the next one has 3 entries, right? I got to upload my own design, but 5 and 3. These guys could be potentially making the most money, right? Now, these guys might profit here and there, but you got to look at this. Between 2 sellers, there's 8 designs. There's a total of 16 designs. 2 sellers own 50% of the marketplace in this niche. And remember, the way we teach this kind of stuff is each niche is its own keyword. So this is a niche. Fear the Fin is a niche. It's a small niche, but it's a niche. Okay? Now, in terms of profitability and sales, we're not sure about that yet, but the point is that the data shows that this is a money-making design, and I got this all from the AI. So let me do like a live tutorial as how this would work, right? So I would go here, and I would say, for example, this sword. I did this with the sword as well. Okay, let's do it with the sword. I have a picture, and I'm typing to the AI now. I have a graphic, let's say graphic, of a flaming sword. It's an epic sword, but I want to use it for a t-shirt design. I prefer to have text and graphics in my t-shirt design. Can you provide me a list of different taglines, whether being funny or serious, that would potentially relate to my t-shirt graphic so I can complete my design, right? But before I type enter, I do want to add something. I want to say funny or serious to my t-shirt so I can complete my design. Let's see. Provide me a list of different taglines that people actively search for and is on t-shirt designs currently. All right, so basically this part is important because if you guys look here, I have let me just copy this just in case if I lose it. I have the VoxScript plugin, VoxScript. It's spelled VOX, okay? Search for that, VOX. The reason why I use VoxScript is VoxScript can potentially do some searching on the internet. Like you could see here, it's actually doing it right now. It's searching like certain popular designs or whatever the case may be, and it could potentially relate them to me. Now, don't be afraid. You might have to sometimes, reroute the AI. You might have to reinform it and say, hey, no, I don't want XYZ. I want this or I want that. And that happens. So you see here it says here it did it again. So it did another Vox script session, right? And it searched for some stuff. And we could see here, now it's giving me a total list. Now, to be clear, guys, not all of these apply. So I'm gonna before I even look at this, I'm gonna say, now, based on this list and any other data, provide for me a list of these taglines, or play on words that can potentially relate to my sword design. Now, the reason why I said that is because right away I could tell there's some stuff that has nothing to do with my sword design, right? So here it says different is beautiful. That has nothing to do with my sword design. It might get searched, right? Like I could take this and I could search here in the app, right? I could search different is beautiful, and I could see the level of competition on Redbubble, for example. And by the way, guys, you might say, why am I searching this for Redbubble information? Redbubble is useful because Redbubble is a microeconomy. It's an economy, but it's a microeconomy of other economies. So if you look at, for example, merch by Amazon, you look at Redbubble, you look at Google, okay? Keywords that have more search tend to have more search on those other search engines as well, right? And keywords that get less search volume on those search engines typically get less search volume on other search engines. So I don't need to get information from all different search engines. I just need one, and then I tether it to all the different platforms, right? So here, this quote, it says, different is beautiful. It has 380 competition with 92 shops competing. 380 competition means there's roughly, what, 3 pages and a quarter of Redbubble results, and only 92 shops. So out of the 3 pages and a quarter of results, you're looking at 92 shops. That means somebody or multiple stores are creating multiple of these designs. And you look here, and it's true. The first one has 7 designs, second one has 5, third one has 3. Okay, so that's important. And that just goes to show the guy at the top, if this niche was not profitable, right, they wouldn't make 7, especially because this is a small niche. And then you look here, you have 720 Google searches a month. This is from Google. And Redbubble has a strong SEO presence on Google, guys. So it's going to make some money, right? And it definitely does make some money. So me personally, I'm not going to use this keyword. You guys can use it yourself. I'm not going to use it. But with that being said, that's kind of the good way to go about this. So here it says the power on your side. So maybe the power on your side could potentially work. So if I take this, and once again, guys, not every keyword is going to work. You want to test, you want to see. And something I might state, I want to go ahead and say this for the record, is that this strategy here is where I'm specifically niche hunting, okay? I've taught you guys a different strategy in the POD design course, which is completely different strategy. This is not a niche hunting strategy. Let's go ahead and hit search one more time because it did provide a different results. It provided that 10,000 again. There you go. Competition is 6. Shops competing 3, 0 Google searches. This is not a keyword I would go for, okay? This is not a keyword I would go for. If anything, I would create like 1 or 2 designs for max just to own the niche, but that's it. I would not do any more than that. Let's see here. Let's scroll down to what they gave me here. So it says forged in flames. I like that quote. I'm going to search it. I'm going to search it and see what we get. So I'm going to search here, forged in flames. First of all, let me just in case, because I don't want to get any screwed up results. So forged in flames, let's hit search, okay, and see what comes out of it. All right, so 8 competition, 8 shops competing, but 210 Google searches. This is a winning niche. It's a small niche. It's very, very small, but it's a winning niche. I can make money here, right? So I could take the forged in flames text just like this. The AI produced it for me. I can go over here, and I can change the color of this design. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'll take this design, and I'll type in here, forged in flames. And this is just an example. This is not perfect. I'm just showing you guys as an example here. I'll take this, decrease my my line height, okay? Increase the design just like this. Make it look at least a little bit nicer. And they're going to be the same color. And I'm going to search here, let's say fire. Okay, I don't really like this. Let's see. This one looks decent, but I don't know. If I make the design, let's say black, okay, and I take this, go here, and I will bring this backwards, okay, just like this. There's better ways to make this design. I'll be 100% honest. I feel like let me go ahead and do it this way. I don't want to waste time, but basically, you guys get the point. I can make the design any way I want, right? So I take it like this, forged in flames. I could get an anvil, a flame, whatever the case may be. You guys get the point. I can sit there and work on the design. That's not the point. The point is I'm going to take this design, I'm going to apply it to the niche you guys saw, and it could make me a lot of money over time. My goal is not to make $1,000 a day off of a design or even $1,000 a month off of a design. It's not my goal because I know it's kind of not practical on a Redbubble platform. I can bring in $5,000 a month off of one account because I'm consistently growing that account. You see what I'm saying? But I don't need to make $1,000 off of one design. And the more I do of this strategy, right, the more money I'm going to make over time. Now, something that I will say is this very strategy that you're seeing with the GPT, you're seeing with the stats, right? I'm researching the data using the Redbubble Analytics Pro, all this kind of stuff. This is a different strategy than the Redbubble course POD design strategy. So the POD design strategy is one of those strategies where you don't need niche research, right? You don't need to necessarily find a specific niche. Everything is given for you through the strategy. I can't really share too much words about the strategy inside the course because the course strategy inside of it was focused on efficiency and speed. I've got so many people over the months and years telling me how on earth, this was especially back in the day when we were creating 60 designs a day, people were saying, how on earth do you create 60 designs a day? I'm having trouble just creating 5 designs a day. And unfortunately, it's in the course. I can't just share that information. It would be unfair to everybody who paid for the course. But the point here is that I created a strategy that not only was profitable, but actually worked in creating income and also doing it quickly. Because, people have lives. They're not going to be able to just sit there and design all day. They have work, they have kids, they have parents they have to take care of, they have things going on. So, the world doesn't start and revolve around print on demand. So that's what the design course was created. And for all the members in the design course, you can use this other strategy, right? The GPT strategy, it can work and you can use it. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to divert from your consistency plan, right? If you're using the POD design course and you're being consistent, maybe you want to schedule in a day where you have a little fun and you do niche research, because this niche research is good, but it takes a little bit of time. Like this, the amount of time that I'm sitting here and giving you guys this video, it's a 22-minute, time frame. I could finish my 30 designs within those 22 minutes pretty easily now because I've honed in my skills. I've gotten really good at it, and I'm not putting out garbage. I'm making money from these designs, right? So the point here is that there's many strategies. You just have to figure out what works for you. If you are in the course and you're using the strategy that is in the course that I've showed you in the course, this is the POD design course, and there are many of you who are in there. I would say if you find that this other strategy is interesting, do it once a week max, twice a week max, no more than that, because you do have to focus on consistency, growth, and skill set over time of just constantly adding. Remember, Redbubble, Etsy, TeePublic, and the list goes on. I mean, what else is there? There's Society. There's so many. I'm not even going to list them, okay? All of these places are catalog marketplaces. You need to build up your catalog, your portfolio. The bigger it is, the higher chance mathematically you have to make more money, right? Just off of statistics alone. So that's kind of my information here that I want to share with you guys today. And like I said, if you want to come by tomorrow and see the video tomorrow on part 2, we're going to be exposing what is going on behind the scenes, what was being said in that room, a live transcript of what was being said in that room on that very day, in regards to the print-on-demand platform that we know, Redbubble, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, all the links will be down below. By the way, I know people are going to ask me already if you want to see the link for this tool. It's been out for a very long time now. I'll leave the link in the description. Everything will be in the description. Check it out. Peace out. Bye.